outside now so we can see stuff. Isn't that great? So yeah. I guess we're just gonna keep going now. I have a video for us to watch. So yeah. I'm like super tired. It's been a long night, almost of the night, so we'll see. It's gonna. I don't have much left, guys.
In order to provide power, and if your fan has RGB LEDs, it might have a second wire coming off of it to control those. Fan power plugs look like this. You'll typically see them in the 4-pin variety with PWM control. They also
So let's see what I have left to do. We turn the PC around. We have all of our cables here. So yeah.
also have 3-pin options, which are just voltage control, but either of those should be able to plug into a header on your motherboard. So make sure each one of these has a header to plug into on your motherboard, just like you saw me do with the CPU fan. Our 3 front fans have their RGB LEDs daisy chained together, and those lead to a 3-pin plug that I'll plug into a corresponding RGB LED header on the motherboard. With our fans plugged in, we can move on to the case front panel headers. The one on the right here is USB 3.0.
Front panel headers. I'm gonna untie this really quickly. How? There we go. Good. Nice. I gotta find. Here we go. Oh wait, they come off entirely. Okay. So we've got our cables now here. They're tied together like this. Yeah. Oh, it has multiple. No, only one. We're gonna have to go up, I think. We could try to like untangle some of this. Here we go. So we just plug it upwards, right?
For cable management, to plug in what's already installed here, our fans have both power and RGB LED connectors. Our case has a bunch of cables right here that need to get plugged into the motherboard.
After that, I'm just gonna have to push them through one of the holes here, so we can actually get them in there, you know. Go in through that hole. Thank you. All right, let's see now. Oh, God damn it, they fell out. That's not good. I have to push them further in, I guess. Okay. Here we are, I got it mounted and everything, so we're ready.
That will install our power supply and storage SSD and get those plugged in, and then we'll finally do the GPU. So here on the right side of the case is our cable management area, and another reason I like this case is some of the cable management is already done for you. I've pulled all the wiring through to the back here so we can take a look at what needs to be connected. Every case fan you have installed in your system is going to have at least one wire coming off of it in order to provide power, and if your fan has RGB LEDs, it might have a second wire coming off of it to control those. Fan power plugs look like this. You'll typically see them in the 4-pin variety with PWM control. They also have 3-pin options, which are just voltage control, but either of those should be able to plug into a header on your motherboard. So make sure each one of these has a header to plug into on your motherboard, just like you saw me do with the CPU fan. Our 3 front fans have their RGB LEDs daisy chained together, and those lead to a 3-pin plug that I'll plug into a corresponding RGB LED header on the motherboard. With our fans plugged in, we can move on to the case front panel headers. The one on the right here is USB 3.0. The one on the left is for a USB Type-C port, and that is typically USB 3.2 Gen 2 compatible, which can go up to 10 gigabits per second. Then you might also have an 8-pin block labeled USB. That'd be for an older USB 2.0 connection. Finally, we have a couple more 8-pin.
Okay, I'm gonna go and take a look at our specification, the manual for it again, if I can find it. Here we go. Okay, so we have CPU power, those two. We have CPU fan. I think it might be the assist fans. There must be a table of contents somewhere, right? Can I go to the table of contents, please? Bring me to the table of contents. Here we go. It's right here. Okay, let's see. GPU power. Those are for RGB fans. Like those are for like RGB controllers. We don't have RGB controllers here. The rest is just unrelated stuff. So oh, here we go. Make sure fans are working properly after switching. Yeah, okay, so we want to pump it into one of these assist fans, right? I imagine. Just can be classified as pulse with modulation mode or DC mode. Provide constant 12-volt output and adjust fan speed with speed control signal. DC mode fans connect as control fans by changing voltage. The auto mode fan controls can automatically detect. You can control its fans and BIOS hardware monitor panels that allows you to set the DC of WM to your fan type. Check the smart fan mode. The fan speed will change according to the CPU or the system temperature. Okay, make sure your fans after switching the. So yeah, one of these assist fans, I think. There's 6 in total. That must be these cables, right? This is for RGB, right? So yeah. We have like a ton of these here. I might want to put it down there again just so I can see it inside a little bit better.
pen blocks, but note that these are keyed a little bit differently, and they're also labeled. HD audio on the right will enable.
Yeah, this audio
So the
plug.
front panel mic and headphone port on this case, although I typically recommend plugging into the back port on the motherboard just because it's a little bit less noisy. And then on the left we have a front panel header. This is for the power button, the reset button, and the LED. If you're lucky, it will come in a little block like this, and most motherboards are compatible, so you can just plug it right in one go. But if you're unlucky, you'll have individual pins that break.
Oh, fuck. No.
As shown in the manual. Those need to be plugged in individually, and you can reference the manual to see.
I have the manual on me. Give me a second. I have the manual here, so we can take a look at it for the power in this case, I guess. It does not contain anything about that. Maybe it's a different manual. Or I have to go take a look at. Maybe I can find another manual for. I think that might just be for the case though. Let me go get my keyboard. Give me a second. Okay, so hey, hi, new person. Let's see, they have user manuals here somewhere. Here we go, please be useful. It has nothing about this. Nothing about like the cable stuff. Plus it's in... Is there a second page? No, it's only 2 pages. Give me a second, let me try to figure this out. I can't really find it anywhere. It's kind of annoying. Like... Oh, let's just start with the audio cable. They should have something in the manual about the audio cable, right? Like, it would make sense if they had something about it. Audio jacks connection, here we go. But that's not what I need, that's the back. Table of contents, let's get back here. I don't see front audio connector, here we go. Because we have a HD audio connector, so that's the one that we'll have to do. J Audio 1 is the connector that we'll plug it into. So, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Just building a PC. Here's, if you notice here, like, we have our front audio connector, and that little thing right there is the thing we need to connect it into. So, yeah. I'm not sure if the cable is long enough. That might be another challenge because it's all the way at the bottom. Like, oh no, man, I got. So, no, one of the pins is blocked, so you can't plug it in the wrong way. Okay, down here, I think that's the J Audio 1. Yep, it is correct. I just have to plug it in. It's a pretty dusty case I have. Oh, I think it's plugged in now. Should have dusted off this case. I forgot to do. Oh wait, no, it's not plugged in. It's definitely not plugged in. Oh god. We get some additional light in here, so I can actually see a bit better. Is it plugged in properly now? Is it like plugged into all pins? I think so, right? It looks that way. It'll probably be pretty bad if you plugged it into the wrong pins. Let's see a bit from the back here. Looks like it's plugged into all pins, so I think we're good. Well, if the front audio port does not work, then yeah, we know why. J Audio 1. Alright, so let's see what's next. We have some other connectors as well, besides the power connectors, and we haven't even gotten around to plugging in the fans yet. Give me a second, I'm going to ask some actual build. And our next step would probably be to get the fans and disconnector plugged in. Now for the fans, I imagine they come with some connectors, like this one over here has a connector. Wait, no, that's power connectors. It's one of the, it's this cable. Wait, what? No. Wait a minute. Oh, it's in the back, I guess. What about the other fake ones? Don't they have like a connector or something like that? See, there's a USB-C cable here, connector. we also need to do if our motherboard has one. Audio jacks connection. Also, the back port has some connectors. Oh, here we go. No, we have USB Type-C cables here. In fact, it has USB Gen 1 and Gen 2 connector. I think we're just gonna go with the latest one, I imagine. What is the difference between the two, though? Gen 1 connector. Okay, it uses like other pins. I want to note that what's happening. Oh, it's screen. Note that the power and ground pins must be connected correctly to avoid possible damage. Okay. So the USB header is down here. I see it's right down there. I wish I could pull it further out, but it's like they're just barely long enough to be able to like go around. So what way are you supposed to connect them? Because I don't feel like there's any indication. I don't think it's gonna get longer than this. Is it? I'm gonna have to do some research. Give me a second. Let's see. What way to connect the USB cables? I should probably actually figure out if it's generation 1 or 2 because they have different ports. Oh wait, no, but they look different as well, so... Okay, it's the one right above. They have different connectors, so... That one's labeled as JAF2. I think it's... What manual is this exactly for? Because they have different versions of the motherboard. It could be a different version to the one I have, where the ports might be a bit different, but oh well. Let's see. Oh, I think it's connected now. I gotta quickly figure out what way it's meant to be connected. Let's see. Or maybe it's just the first standard actually that has that issue. Because like if we go back to like that one, it says power and ground pins, but this one just has like one thing you plug it into. So I'm not sure if that's like super important. Yeah, like right here you can see, you know, they're differently colored, those pins for the first version. I imagine the white ones are for power and the black ones are for ground. But or yeah, but this is the second one, which does not seem to have that issue, so we're probably fine. Anyways, that's time to figure out this connector. That's a good question for where it plugs into. I see a connection over here. I gotta go in and like adjust the thing here. Here we go. Maybe we should put some of the like cables down through below instead of it going all over the PC actually. So yeah. Because I could certainly see that being a lot easier in terms of like cable management, you know. But I don't know, I think these are for the PSU cables. So yeah, which we'll have to bring a ton in, so I don't know. But yeah, like I see, like I'll have to probably bring it through the other side, I think. I mean, I highly doubt that it would matter if we put a couple through here instead. Only issue is how the hell are we gonna get it to plug in down into here. It's gonna be all bent and stuff. Go back and see if we can get it through here. Let's see, what is our light here? Good. So it looks like this is the connector it's gonna plug into, right? I mean, that is just a guess. Wilco would have to probably figure out parts if it's well, now with the cable here, see it has, it looks like the correct place to put it in. Yeah, okay, it actually is the correct place because look, it has that little thing. This one has that little thing here, plastic thing on the tip that stops you from putting it in like anywhere where it's not meant to be put in, and that one has that little tip cut out of the connector, so it is here it's meant to be connected into, I think, because else that would not be the case. So now we have that connector in there. That leaves us with our power connectors still, which we have to figure out next. So that's unfortunate. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and have to look at the power connectors on the manual now. Let's see. Power connectors. They should specify like power connectors somewhere here. And what the different slots are for. front panel. Those must be the front panel connectors, right? Yeah, here we go. So we have power LED, power switch, reset shift switch, HDD LED, and bus and speaker. And this is reserved, so yeah. Well, I'll have to figure this out now. DG controls the power on, power reset, and the LEDs on your PC's case/chassis. Power switch/reset switch headers allow you to connect power button and reset button. Power LED header connects to LED light on the PC case. An HD LED header indicates the activity of the hard disk. The JFP2 connector is for buzzer and speaker. To connect the cables from PC case to the right pins, please refer to the following images below. So this is what we have to work with. They're all the way at the bottom, so I might have to put these through that as well, just so we can do this. Give me a second. I'll have to put them through the bottom as well. Come on in here. No. It's the bottom mic connector where we have our. I've got a really tiny JFP1 and JFP2. So the question is, okay, we can probably start by like including like some of these like single pin ones in there, the ones that are the power LED and the power LED plus minus. So they go in the two top pins. Okay. This is what I have to deal with, guys. What? I have no light really. That's gonna make it even harder. So this is plus. Plus is the first one. So that goes to the top one. I need to have some light for this. I think I'll have to put down the phone to do this. So that's plus, then we have minus, which needs to be right next to it. Okay, good. We have the two ones in now. We have the two first ones in now. It's gonna take a while, I can already tell. Okay, let's see. We have this reset thing here. What is this? This is reset switch. So reset switch is gonna go at 3 and 4 at the bottom. So let me go put them in now. Maybe we should start with the bottom ones first. I think I'm gonna go do the hard drive LED next because it's a bit easier to deal with. Hard drive LED plus minus. Hard drive LED. Okay, I'll have to turn the cable around so I can do this. Come on. These cables are not being cooperative right now. Oh wait, no, yeah, okay, so it's plus on that side, minus on that side, so I have to go in the other way, like here. Really? I'm gonna unplug the first two so I can actually do this. So we have plus and minus, like that. We'll start with the bottom ones, I think, then go on top afterwards. Just the bottom two? Yes, I got them in. Okay. So this is where we're at right now. We got it in, so plus is the left one and minus is the right one. At least that's what the connector says. So if you go look here, like yeah, plus is left and minus is right. So okay, that isn't too bad to put in. What's still a little annoying. Just gonna check to make sure it's fully in. I think it's fully in. Okay. So the next two bottom pins are the reset switch. And in this case, there's no plus minus, so we just have to plug it in. Now the reset switch has its own little pin thing here for the reset switch, so we're just gonna put it in there then. And the last one at the bottom is reserved, so we don't need to worry about it. And that's it. So that is the reset switch and hard drive LEDs. Now on top we have the power switch and the power LEDs. The power LEDs we've already plugged in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the power LEDs. Let's see which one of these is plus, which one is minus. Minus will go in here. That will be the second one. Go in, please. Wait. Oh, there we go. I got it. Okay. And plus goes on the other side. So. Okay, good guys. We got them in right there. We got our plus and minus for the power LED, and now we only have the power switch left. only have the power switch left, which goes on the last two on top. So yeah.
Så, når du arbejder lidt
Yeah,
videre.
okay, cool.
Ja, vi ses efter det.
Yeah. Here we go. Now they all set in. Power switch. Fuck, man, why do you have to make this so complicated and so hard? It's so finicky, especially if you got big fingers, you know. This is a nightmare. But I got them all in there, so that's good. Wow. Alright. So that's it now. We got it all, and we know it's the correct one because the top one is missing right there and the bottom one is resolved. So yeah, we know it's the correct one that we plugged it into. Do you still want that switch must be for something, right? It should say it in the spec what it's for. What's this thing called? I can't see it now. I mean, I think it's the correct one, but I'm not entirely sure, so let's just make sure. Oh no, screws. Okay. I think it's our USB connectors actually. Yeah, we have the main one and then next. No, that's JUSB 2. It does not. It's missing the one right next to it. I don't know what exactly it's for. It just fits in there, so you know. RGB light connector. Okay, we'll have to do that for some of the fans, I guess, when we get to that point. Oh well, it doesn't seem to like specify that here, which is kind of annoying. But I think we'll be fine. It seems like to be where we have to plug it into, so yeah.
See the chart for which goes where. And note that the LED plugs for this connector are the only ones that are sensitive to positive and negative. The power and reset button you can plug in either way. I took the RGB cable from our CPU heatsink fit.
So, since our CPU heatsink does not have that, we don't have to worry about that. But I still have to find the damn cables for the CPUs, you know. And where they could be. Still on the back here. And this thing, I don't know. That is a SATA. We don't have any SATA drives around. These are the fans, though. I don't know what the difference. One of them is RGB, I think. I think it connects to all of the fans, actually. So, yeah. We just have to figure out where on the motherboard they are. And then connect them. Shouldn't be too hard.
So you can just plug it right in one go. But if you're unlucky, you'll have Yeah, and another reason I like this case is some of the cable management is already saw me do with the CPU fans. Our three front fans have their RGB LEDs daisy chained together, and those lead to a 3-pin plug that I'll plug into a corresponding RGB LED header on the
Okay, so we just, yeah, it looks like the smaller one is for RGB, I think. It's the RGB connector. Where's the RGB connector? I really wish I had a proper flashlight. It would make this way easier. RGB LED connector. It's all the way at the bottom, so I'll have to go ahead and get it all the way from the bottom. These cables are like tied together with more things I need to undo. Just so I can get them down below. Okay, only 2 of these here, so yeah. And it was down at the other side, so I'm just gonna put them in here. Alright, which is the RGB one? It must be the one. Yeah, it has it's missing one though. JRGB V2. It seems to be JRGB V2 actually. Wow, it's missing one of the pins, so we, I guess, can tell them apart from each other. So it's using JRGB2, so I'm going to plug it into JRGB2, since that's the only part I can plug into, I'm pretty sure. Let's go and look at this, I think. Yep. Where are you going? I don't think it's like connecting with them all. Give me a second. Some bell lights to see what I put it in. It is correct. Oh, there we just have to push a little bit, I guess, for it to connect. Yes. I think I've connected it now. So we're good. Yeah, it's connected now, so we're good. So now they have RGB, the front fans. Next up is our fan spinner. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so sys fan, different sys fans here. We could put at the top, but I think it's connected with the other cable, so we're just gonna put it in the bottom, I think. There are sys fan 3. replace sys fans with? Sys fan 3. I mean, to be honest, they have those like things at the top. Those little like cut out things that I think stops you from putting them in the wrong ones by accident. So yeah, we can only put them in the sysfan ones, I'm pretty sure. I think that's sysfan, right? Sysfan 3, yeah, that's sysfan 3. Let's put it in there. There we go. Now we have our sysfans up. Wait a second. Let's see now what we have left to do. We have that's all of our fans, I think, actually. Let me work over on the keyboard and check something. I'll carry this case down on the floor for now. Okay, yeah, so we have to plug them into sysfan, I guess. So yeah, we have everything that we need, basically. Now we're ready to install the last few components. But we should be able to turn it on now, I think. So yeah, we have connected the power up now. What are you doing? We're building PCs here. First PC build. I think I'm gonna go test it now. There's integrated graphics, so we should just be able to plug like some of the power supply connectors in now. But I don't know, I think I'm gonna install the GPU first before we're gonna do the test, so yeah. Back up this goes. And I'll put it down so we can actually continue our work. Let's see. There we go. Now, let's get to unboxing the graphics card.
The motherboard. With our fans plugged in, we can move on to the case front panel headers. The one on the right here is USB.
I do wonder if it has like any
3.0. The one on the left is for a USB Type-C port, and that is typically USB
3.0. Where are the 3.0 connectors? Ah, yeah, JUSB 3, it says it right there. It is a USB connector, so we're good. Obviously, if we go into our USB connectors, USB, here we go. Yeah, this is our USB connector right here. And this is Gen 2. It says it's on there, but we actually have a different generation. We have a USB 2 connector here. Note that the VCC and ground pins must be connected correctly to avoid possible damage. To recharge drive, please install MSI Center Utility. Okay, I mean, it has that tip thing on it that stops you from installing it incorrectly, I think, so, yeah. Like, if you tried to insert it in a different way, it just wouldn't, you could do it, but it would be very hard. So, I think it's installed correctly. I think they make it pretty hard for you to install it incorrectly. So, second, if we could take it out. Do that in a second. There we go. If you notice, like, it has like this tip thing on it. Why is it locked the other way around? Anyways, if you look here, it has that tip thing on it. And then down here, the controller itself has one like little tip thing here as well. To stop you from inserting it easily incorrectly, you know. So just insert it back into it again. Yeah, so we did use the correct place for this connector. And we have our USB 3 connector over here, so that's good. Now, yeah, we're basically done. I think we're just gonna work on the GPU for now, actually.
3.2 Gen 2 compatible, which can go up to 10 gigabits per second. Then you might also have an 8-pin block labeled USB. That would be for an older USB 2.0 connection. Finally, we have a couple more 8-pin blocks, but note that these are keyed a little bit differently. And they're also labeled. HD audio on the right will enable the front panel mic and headphone port on this case, set button, and the LED. If you're lucky, it will come in a little block like this, and you'll see the chart for which goes where. And note that the LED plugs for this connector are the only ones that are sensitive to positive and negative. The power and reset button you can plug in either way. I took the RGB cable from our CPU heatsink fan through to the back. It has an open daisy chain connector at the end, so I'm just going to connect our 3 front panel fans up to that. And now we should have RGB LEDs. Alternatively, if you do not like RGB LEDs and you don't want them to light up, just don't plug this in. Note that there is a notch on one side of these plugs as you plug them in. Next, we'll install our 2.5-inch SSD. There's a rack.
I'm gonna turn it up again. I think the mesh panel thing is falling off. It's not good. Oh well. It does not appear like we have anything like that, so I think we're good. Alright. Yeah, I think it's just GPU. I think we're just gonna go to the GPU installation
Back right
next.
here we could mount it to, but I'm actually going to use this cage down at the bottom since we don't have any 3.5-inch drives. It's just got a thumb screw holding it in place. This cage can hold 2 drives on top by mounting them from the bottom, one there, one there. I've already got my data cable connected, but before I drop this in, I'm going to connect up the power as well, just because it's a little bit easier out here. And that's dropped back into the basement. The other end of my serial HDA data cable needs to plug into the motherboard. Those plugs are actually right here along the edge of the
I'm just taking one check.
There is a notch on individual cables right here that need to get plugged into the motherboard. After that, we'll install our power supply and storage. is already done. Expand, you have plugs look like this. Each has a header to plug into these daisy. With our fans plugged in, we can move on to the case front panel headers. The one on the right here is USB 3.0. The one on the left is for a USB Type-C port, and that is typically USB 3.2 Gen 2 compatible, which can go up to 10 gigabits per second. Then you might also have an 8-pin block labeled USB. That would be for an older USB 2.0 connection. Finally, we have a couple more 8-pin blocks, but note that these are keyed a little bit differently. The ones that are sensitive to positive and negative, the power and reset button you can plug in either way. I took daisy chain connector at the end, so I'm just going to connect our 3 front panel fans up to that. And now we should have RGB LEDs. Alternatively, if you do not like RGB LEDs and you don't want them to light up, the other end of my serial ATA data cable needs to plug into the motherboard. Those plugs are actually right here along the edge of the board, and that makes good use of this 90-degree connector. Our power supply is going to fit in the other side of our basement down here, and note
You can just Google search your motherboard and pull up the manufacturer. I already have the manufacturer PDF. And in fact, I've already used it to like find the different connectors on this thing, you know, like the fan connectors and so on, you know. But also like it's kind of just, you know, easier to follow our guide as well, you know. But anyways, yeah, I already have it open here. So, you know, I can find the different connectors on the motherboard.
So we have a fan intake. We want to position that facing down because we have ventilation and a dust filter down there at the bottom. Some cases are different, so reality check and make sure you're not putting your fan up against a solid wall. But we're just going to shimmy it in the power supply.
Okay, let's get the power supply installed. I'll have to turn my PC around. So I get the power supply. In this case, it has a little power supply exhaust, so that's nice. There's power supply exhaust right there. I'm gonna put it in now. Try to line it up a little bit. There we go, I have it lined up now. I think it's lined up now. There's our power supply here.
And then we have 4 screws.
Have a computer.
Put a couple right at the corners.
I mean, I have an old computer as well with a GTX card in it. So yeah.
And a couple are inset. Power supplies usually use UNC 632 screws, but when in doubt, just use of this 90-degree connection. Our power supply is going to fit in the other side of our basement down here, and note that we have a fan intake. We want to position that facing down because we have ventilation and a dust filter down there at the bottom. Some cases are different, so reality check and make sure you're not putting your fan up against a solid wall.
We have one right here, so we're gonna put it down. I mean, we should be fine.
Just gonna shimmy in the power supply. And then we have 4 screws to screw in here. Note that a couple are at the corners and a couple are inset. Power supplies usually use UNC 630.
So now I have to figure out, because I got both power supply with my case and power supply that came with the power supply. Is my i7. Look, if you want to know if like you're being bottlenecked or not, go like search up a bottleneck calculator. I don't think that's necessarily the most accurate, but like they will at least tell you if like you know, yeah, like use a bottleneck calculator. That's what I did to determine if my CPU was if my CPU was being, or if my GPU was being bottlenecked by my GPU. I used the bottleneck calculator. I don't think they're the most accurate out there, but I mean, unless you have like a major bottleneck, I don't think you have a big problem, you know. But other than that, like, I guess there might be like, ask people on Reddit, you know, like they probably know. They can probably tell you more than I can, since you know I'm not one who like knows much about like bottlenecking and so on. I just use the bottleneck calculator. So yeah. But again, like use a bottleneck calculator. If it says it's fine, then it's probably fine, and you don't need to worry about like it being that your GPU is being bottlenecked by your CPU, or else like ask people on Reddit. They will be able to tell you if they think that like your CPU is bottlenecking your GPU. So yeah. Oh yeah, we have many cables here. But we gotta get the screws. I gotta really quickly plug in my phone before it dies. And then I gotta really quickly do research. Are you in sim racing? Are you into sim racing? No. I don't play any issue screws here. We're gonna plug it in. Where did I put my screwdriver? I'm gonna go plug them in. Actually, I can't put my camera up there because my charging cable. Maybe I can put it on like the side here. I don't think so. No. Alright, we'll put them in. The bigger fit for this. Yes. Alright, I think I need to move it a little bit more to the side though. There we go. Time to start screwing, I guess. There we go. Done. 2 left to do. Okay, let's see. Come on. I'm gonna do the bottom one first, I think. Done. I'm gonna real quick check to make sure the screws are tightened enough. Not too tight, but not like too, you know, loose. Sometimes these screws, like, they can be a bit finicky, you know. I think this will be good enough. Let's see. Yep. Good. I think we're good now. Alright. Screws in now. All 4 screws are in. So now we don't need this anymore because it just had the screws to put in. So now we're gonna go to the next thing. I've gotta remove some of these packages now. Just laying here, but we're not even really using them for anything. Okay, what's next? We gotta get all the PSU cables up into the PC and start plugging things in.
2 screws, but when in doubt, just use the screws that came with your power supply.
Yeah, that's all we did.
And for plugging in cables part 2 power supply edition, a reminder that we have a 24-pin main connector for the motherboard, 2 8-pin power connectors for the CPU that are in blocks of 4, and then 2 more 8-pin blocks that are 6+2s that will plug into the graphics card in just a moment. It can really help to reality check which side the clasp is on as you'll be bending the wires so that that'll line up as you push the wires through and bend them around to go.
Okay, so now we will have to figure out like exactly how. So the CPU ones can go on the top because they both have CPU ones, which the CPU power connectors are a CPU power 1, 2. Yep, they're at the top part. So that's good. And those over there are the ATX power ones over there, and these are the CPU power, so we're good. Yep, so I'm just gonna go and grab them, and I'm gonna... Wish I could have one with my foot. Maybe I can. Here we go. These are the PCIe cables. These are the PCIe cables. So these over here are all CPU cables. We're gonna have to put up through here since that's what the CPU is. I should probably put it over here. Here we go. So I'm just gonna pull them through, I think, and then I'm gonna go and turn the PC around so I can actually work on it. Like this. The cable. I'll just work on it like this. It's mostly on the table now. So, see, this is going to become a bit of a problem since we've got all these cables up here going down. Although it's actually only one of them, HD audio. I think if I plug out the HD audio and take it up and around, that might make things a bit easier for us. When we go ahead and we do this later on. That's why we get it up and through here. And then let me just plug it into HD audio again. Let's see, I need my light for HD audio. Where's my light? Here we go. Let's see. J audio 1. And you know it's the correct one because it's missing one of the pins. J audio 1. Yep. I'm gonna plug it in there. Good. So we have HD audio now. Plugged in, I think, right? Yep. HD audio plugged in now. So next up is the CPU power. Which they fell out already, so I'm gonna have to go and get them from here again. Bit annoying. I'm just gonna start with one of them. So, yeah. I don't like play any racing games, so no. Okay. See this power cable. Or do they have to be on? They have to be oriented from the top. Wait. Yeah. So like I have to bend them around like this to get them to fit within here. I can't tell if like I'm plugging them all the way in. Too many cables in the way. There we go, you heard the click. That means it's in, and we can move on to the next one. Next CPU cable comes in here. And pinned around like this, gonna move the power cable connector really should just have gone like behind and around. I think we'll be fine. We'll just have to make a bit more room. You have to go in and up. Gotta make sure we put them in the correct way, I think. The issue is this cable is in the way. I think I'm gonna unplug this one really quickly. Get in here. Ow. There we go. Then I'm just gonna move this cable over here, I think. We're gonna put the CPU cables inside of, so we don't have to deal with that cable anymore. And go get it in. Flip it around. Go ahead and have to put it out now. Then I'm gonna put it in this connector right here. Come on. I get my light. Where's my light? Where did I put my light? Oh wait, there, it's right there. See, I have it here. Right here. I'm gonna hold it so I can. Oh, let's try. Yeah, there we go. Should hear a click. Is it in? Okay, there we go. We have the click now. It's in. So that's the first cable. Now the second one is right here. Yep, you can see they're both on right here. So I think we're good. Okay, that's the CPU cables done. Now it's motherboard cable time. And the motherboard we will have to go up and through as well. So yeah, gonna become fill the cables so I don't want to entangle the cables too much. I'm gonna go up and through here. Now we're gonna go in here. Where's the mother cable thing? Not. I might have to put it down through below actually to get it there. The motherboard cable is going to be over here in this case, so let's see. Motherboard cables. Right here. We go through here, and we're just going to put them up here as well. I think. Right. Make room and put the connector through here. There we go. And now we can find it right here. Where we want to connect it this way, I think. I mean, it's the one with the connector bit on it right there, so it's the way we have to connect it, right? Oh, we'll know if we hear a click, I guess. What? Did it actually click in place on it? Or was that something else? Is that clicking in place somewhere? don't think it's all the way in actually. I'll try removing it then. I have this cable mover gonna go. Why is the USB connected to this? Alright, that's been dealt with now. Let's continue. Next up, I think we have a. Yeah, it was that connector right there. Yeah, like it looks like it's not completely connected. If I go in here and look like you can see some like stuff on top. Like it's not completely connected on top. I think it did it right there. You heard the click. I think it's in now. Yep, I think it's in now. Good. So that's motherboard cable now. That means it's time to put in the GPU. And this cable for some reason got out. I think I'm just gonna go through and put it in the backside instead, like down below, because it would probably be a bit easier with the USB-C cable to do that. So let's hopefully go ahead and do that now. Let's go in here. Okay. Let me just check really quickly. So if I look here, it looks like it's in now, which is good. It appears as if it's in, so that's good. I also had to click just to be sure, so I think it's in now. Good. Let's continue to the next thing, which would be graphics card. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the phone now really quickly so we can go down here. And let's continue to see how we're gonna do this.
Go into their plugs. And yes, these 8 pins up in the corner can be pretty tight. I fed my PCI Express power cables up through the basement, this little hole right here meant for those. And now we can install our graphics card, which is going to drop into this slot right here, this full-length PCI Express.
Must be this hole right here, I guess, for the graphics card.
Slot, which will match up with this edge connector on the GPU right here meant for those. And now we can. I fed my PCI Express power cables up through the basement, this little hole right here meant for those. And now we can install our graphics card, which is going to drop into this slot right here, this full-length PCI Express slot, which will match up with this edge connector on the GPU.
I'm gonna go get the GPU now. This is exciting, guys. Finally get to unbox the GPU. Alright guys, I'm gonna I can't get it out. It won't come out. Maybe if I pull up here on the sides a little, oh, I'm just destroying the box now. No, not my box. Okay. At least it's not the front of the box, which is what matters the most. Oh, please, come on, man. Don't have me destroy the box, please. Give me a second. I'm gonna need some insane force for this. What about opening it from the other side? Why don't we try the other side? Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. Please let me, okay? Okay, you know what? Fine. I got it open, guys, and only destroyed one part of the packaging. At least it's not the front. The beautiful side is destroyed, but the front is still remaining, which is what we care about. Okay, this thing is like really hard, man. What? Did it leave like zero room for actually like taking it out? Oh, okay, it comes in a black box. GPU unboxing, everyone. Wait a minute, I think I have to turn it on the other side to open it. How does he open it? Is it like this? Then down? Or what? Give me a second. Oh, here we go. I never can figure out how to do this. Okay, guys, are you guys excited for this? Are you guys excited? Oh, this foam, of course. Whoa, here we go, guys. Look at this. Brand new 9070 XT. Wow. Anyways, let's get out of the box. Not to throw the foam away as well. Be careful not to throw the graphics card around. We are not Linus here. We do not drop hardware. Let's tape on the remove the tape. Okay, guys, are you guys excited for this? Holy. I gotta somehow get it. I'm gonna put like the phone here. What? Bro. Look at this. Look at this thing. Wow. Okay, there we go. You guys want to see the thing once I peel it off here? This plastic from the graphic card. Oh, I can't. There we go. Look at this thing, man. What, man? Crazy. Oh well, time to install it, I guess. Finally got to the graphics card. I'm gonna move all of this away. Let's see, this thing has, I'm gonna have to put it down there again so I can actually like see what I'm doing. So turn on the lights so I can see a bit better. Stuff having to rely so much on the flashlight. Because I have somebody to show this to. Oh, it has on the back side as well. Well, it does not appear to be plastic. Oh yeah, it is plastic. Guys, watch this. Okay, come here. Watch this. Peel, peel. Hey, it's not peeling all the way off, no. Oh, I forgot to peel it off. This thing will be running fucking hot because there would not be able to be much cooling. No exhaust. Boom, there we go. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna put my GPU to the side. And then I'm gonna go up. How am I gonna put it down though? All of these cables I get now. I have to do something about the GPU cables. Give me a second.
Cover on it. If this little latch is up, push
Shut.
it.
Then I'm gonna put on the back panel again. How am I to put it up there? Okay. Like. Ah. Okay, please come up, please. Well, one of the cables through. We still have another one. There we go. I don't think we'll need that much for that GPU cable, but yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go get the back panel. Goes in like this. So bad at putting it back on again. I got it back on. Now I just need those damn screws on here again. So I ain't gonna move out. I'm gonna move some screws. I'm gonna over tighten them. I'm just gonna tighten. Hello? Done. Wait. Oh. What? Alright, I got them on again. I'm gonna put them too tight. Because I want me to be able to open it later. Okay. So we have the case now. I can't figure out that USB-C cable on the motherboard. It keeps popping out. I'm not sure if I'm putting it far enough in, but Let's get the graphics card installed next, and we'll figure that out later. So yeah, I'm gonna put the computer down now. Oh wait, let's speak for 6 months. Alright. There's space, so we have to keep it like that. All that we'll have to do. So, let's get to installing that GPU.
Fun.
No. I mean, the video is taking a while to load, so I think we'll be here for a bit. Nope, there we go.
I fed my PCI Express power cables up through the basement, this little hole right here meant for those. And now we can install our graphics card, which is going to drop into this slot right here, this full-length PCI Express slot, which will match up with this edge connector on the GPU, which has a little cover on it. If this little latch is up, push it down to disengage it, and then you just want to eyeball where your graphics card is going to go.
So,
Paying attention to the bracket covers at the back of the case, because we're going to need to remove 2 of those in order to make room for our video cards, video outs. That's where you plug in the monitor. For this build, we'll remove the 2nd and 3rd panel cover.
okay, let's go ahead and figure that out. It comes with HDMI protectors, guys. And a PCI slot too. So let's figure out exactly where we're gonna have to unplug them. I'm just gonna like put it down here. It appears to be this one and that one right there. So the 2nd and 3rd from top appears to be where we'll have to unscrew those. So let's go ahead and do that next, I think. Right. So next up, let's go and unscrew that, I guess. Yeah, you can screw from the top actually, so that's nice. It's stuck. No, you can't come out. Please.
And you don't need these anymore, but I usually keep them with me.
Let's see. This one as well. Alright. Oh. Well, if they're gonna stay there right now, then it seems to be stuck, like actually stuck. Oh, I got one of them out. I got one of them. It's possible. You just have to like. You just have to angle them properly. So now we got these two, and we have removed them from here. So that's good. Meaning we're ready to insert the GPU. I'm just gonna confirm that's where they were gonna be. Yes, they match up pretty well. Okay. Let's now take off the cover and let's begin the installation, I guess.
Case accessories. And then we'll drop in our video card. I've laid the case on its side so I can get a nice look straight down at the edge connector to make sure it's aligning with the slot on the motherboard. Also making sure I'm aligned here with the rear panel, and then we should be able to just put a little bit of pressure straight down. Oh, I'm also making sure this bracket's tucked in at the back. That's what it was with the case accessories. And then we'll drop in our video card. I've laid the case on its side so
let's see then. I think I have to press this button to like allow me to insert it, I think. I don't know if it's within or not.
I can get a nice look straight down at the edge connector to make sure it's aligning with the slot on the motherboard. Also making sure I'm aligned here with the rear panel, and then we should be able to just put a little bit of pressure straight down. Oh, I'm also making sure this bracket's tucked in at the back. That's what it was stopping me there. Then some pressure straight down. And it gives a nice satisfying snap, and the catching gauge is down there.
I'm gonna avoid not bending the blades on it. Do I need to like disconnect like one from all of them? I mean, it's in, I think. It's kind of hard to see anything. When, like, I felt like it's then. Where's my light? When you need it. I can't find the light. Where is it? Where is the thing? Where did I put it? Doesn't. This is not good. Wait, is it laying on top of it? I'm gonna take out my GPU really quickly. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and like move it. It is laying on top of it. That's why I was making sounds, I guess. So let's attempt to insert the graphics card again. This time I have lights with me. I think I got it in there. Don't drop it into the case. I think it's in now. I don't know, did it connect or not? Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna come back after I've inserted it, so